It might be a bit of a miserable day. I mean, overcast. It's not raining, so it's not really miserable. It's still mild. I'm filming in June, coming up to July. You wouldn't really think of it as the summer, but it's quite close. And even though I've got a jumper on, I feel almost too warm. Today I wanted to answer a question that somebody posed to me, and I've been filming. I filmed actually a video that should have gone out yesterday in terms of how you're looking at it. Obviously I've only just filmed it, and I thought whilst I was here I'd do a second one because I've been talking about this long format that I want to now move to, which would be sort of going into that more recent style that I've got, where I'm filming, better camera, on a tripod, various shots, music and all of that. And I thought it was worth demonstrating the difference between that style and this, which I would call more vloggy, which I've been doing for a few videos this week. Somebody said, well, what would your dailies look like then if you are not concentrating on going out, filming something, coming home, editing it, and with the usual stuff? Have you got time to do that? Would you be spreading yourself too thinly? It's a good question. And so I've been deliberately filming on my GoPro the last 3 videos in a row, if you're watching these in order. If you just happen to come here because it's been recommended, obviously this will make no sense to you, and I appreciate that. Just for the record though, I'm filming, I think, Tolmere Farm, just north of Worthing in West Sussex is where I am, and at the back of Worthing Crematorium. And there's lots of farmland here as it comes out onto the South Downs, on the south side of the South Downs. So I'm deliberately filming these videos in one take so that you mostly concentrate on me, that I'm talking to you, but hopefully because it's the GoPro and it's a relatively wide angle, you get a sense of what is around me and where I am, and I'm talking on a certain subject, and in this case about the vlogging that I'm going to do. And this is, I suppose, an example of what I thought the way forward would be for me as I go out for a day or 2 or even 3 filming in a more cinematic way for my longer format videos. So I spend the days spending that time not coming home and editing that and putting it out the next day, as I have been for the last 4 years. But at the same time as that, doing something like this in real time, so a 10-12 minute little video in which I take a break from my main bit of filming, leave the stuff in the van locked up, and take a little route where I don't know what's here. The filming quality won't necessarily be as good, but you'll get a sense of being with me, as it were. I'm going down this, as you can probably see, this pathway that's been trimmed. Look at it, it's been trimmed to make sure that it's okay to go down. I don't recognise many of the plants here, but this is at the back of what was, I think, Mumpton House. It's now the crematorium. Mumpton House was this big country house. I think there's rumours that Diana Dawes lived here or stayed here. Not really sure. Just going through this little pathway here by the old flint wall. I was asked not so long ago actually by a friend. He said, oh, you should do a video about all the different types of flint wall. I did think that might be a little bit anoraki, but flint walls are nice, of course. Anyway, coming through this dark section of the wood, past all these, here we are, look. I recently learnt that this down here is Hart's Tongue. Don't know if you can see that very well. There's a gate up here which will take us, I think, through a field. I've come up this way when I was filming my other one, but I wanted to change the scenery. So I think it's possible to spend most of the day filming my good quality stuff and then bring you out on a simple walk, because this doesn't take long to do, and it doesn't actually take that much to edit either, and I could still do that on a daily format. I have made a video up here before, a long time ago, and I went up into these woods. I'm going to take you up there. There's a vague footpath up here, and I mean, it's possible that I can intercut with a few other shots. Actually, there's a lot of wild flowers here, which is rather nice. Very meadow-like. I can see all sorts of different colours there, but I want to take you up here to this field, because inside there are some graves of the previous owners of Muntham House. So we'll go in and just have a quick look if I can get up there. It's nice to get out, see the local scenery. There we go, behind me. Now I don't know if I can get in. It's all a bit over. Oh yes, there's a gate. So we'll try that. So I'm not expecting, and please don't expect, these videos to be a great work of art, because they're not designed to be. They're designed to be raw, sort of unexpected, if you like, finds. Let's get through this gate here. And it may be that I edit them up a bit better, more than just perhaps one take. Here we go, look. This is the Thynne family, Lord Henry Frederick Thynne. Have a look here. There's a few more of those, but you used to be able to get in. Yeah, I probably can. It's a bit overgrown now. Let's come around here. Oh, I can't really get in. Oh, wait a minute. Into the main area. It's just absolutely full of stinging nettles, as you can see. I don't know if this is the only way in. I think this is a bit of a... I have actually been in here before, so I'm not going to try it. One of these ways in, I don't know whether this is it, but there are some more graves in there. I'll have to try and find the link, and I'll link to it, to a much better video. Oh, the sun is coming out. I can't see that there's any other way in here. There might be access elsewhere. But anyway, as far as I remember, Frederick Thynne and what have you lived down there in Muntham House all those years ago. In I think one of my viewers is related down the chain, you know. Right, I'm going to head back down to my van. By the way, look at this, just look at this scenery. On the right of the screen, just about make out where the sea is through the valley. That's Findon Valley down there. If I pan very slowly, and then we start to get up, and in the bang opposite me here, Sisbury Ring. Oh, no, Sisbury Ring's further round. That's more towards Chantonbury Ring. Anyway, so this is, as I say, it's just a demo of how I could put together the dailies whilst filming other stuff. Another question that was asked of me is, well, what about your Sussex border walk? Will you carry on with those? And the answer is yes. And I will continue them in the style that you're already used to seeing. I don't want to change that, because so I think that in a week, with the new style of filming, I can make a couple of these whilst out on location shooting the other stuff, have a day to go and do the Sussex border walk in the style that you're used to, and edit that and get it up that same week, and the other formats that I do where I'm doing my story, talking about my story, my life story, and the living at home, they can also probably, on the days that I'm editing the main show, I could probably film one of those because they're quite easy. So I think, can't remember now, go back along this wall, I think that's all very possible. So I'd be interested in your comments. Would you be interested in these, sorry, there was a fly on my hand, in these much more raw and simplistic type videos in between? I'm going to try it anyway, so I'm just curious in your comments. Here we are, look, here's a flint wall. Interesting, isn't it? Probably quite old. I don't know when this all dates from, probably the late 18th century, I imagine, Muntham House. And there may have been a house on the site much earlier. I can't remember now. I've walked all this area and I've done videos on this area, but you'll be amazed how easily all of that just disappears out the old brain very quickly, I can tell you. Look at this old knurled up tree. Look at all that. Fascinating, isn't it? I love it. Nature, just to get out there and be with it. It's just excellent. The wall here in bits. It's just terrific. Anyway, there you go. I won't let this linger on too long. About 12 minutes. Well, this is about 13 now, isn't it? So there we are. Let me know what you think. Anyway, in the meantime, if this is the first time you've come across me and you think, what is this bull blithering idiot babbling on about? Better watch some of the other videos to sort of determine it, I suppose. But give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. You'll get notified, of course. I think there's a bell and you can do all that business. And if you do want to support me so that I can get further afield and bring you more of these videos, and the bigger ones, the better ones, then become a patron at baldexplorer.com and support what I do. It'd be much appreciated. Anyway, that's it. Take care. Thanks very much. Anyway, let's try this in a very raw. There we are, look. I put you on a tree. You're actually, you can't see it, I can see it. So I can say, cheerio. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Ah, there we are. Now, mustn't forget to go back and pick up the camera. Oh yeah.